Hey guys, how's it going? So I did just look up my notes to see what I was trying to talk about. So it was electron entanglement, and it was more or less, I believe. Let me just grab my notes. So it's more or less Einstein and I believe Bohr. So you know how you have the Bohr-Rutherford diagrams. So Einstein and Bohr were debating as to whether electrons had entanglement. So basically, Einstein was like, no, I don't think so. I think it's just like one is a left glove, one is a right glove. And Bohr was like, no, one turns red, one turns blue. So someone did researched it and did an experiment, etc., and found out that no, it is one turns red, one turns blue. So there is an entanglement. So that was really cool to learn. Some fun YouTube videos. I think Fabric of the Cosmos Quantum Leap. So yeah, just on YouTube. Maybe I'll put a link at the bottom. I watched it in class today, so that was pretty cool. So now I'm going to read chapter 9. There's a few notes here. And I just show you guys that. So yeah, River looks like Jared Leto to me. Slightly. As I said, kind of like an angel, kind of like a Jared Leto, kind of, I don't know, something. And then FK Twigs looks like Aeolyn to me. So that's really interesting. So I'm going to read this one. So it's called Opposing Confusion. It is chapter 9, so I'll read it. Christ, there isn't one. You know what I mean. You can get another one, don't worry. I don't want another one. I want this one. Why are you arguing with me? I didn't kill it. Nothing's more disgusting than seeing a dead bunny. Please hold me. Our luggage was just in the entrance of his apartment. He walked slowly up to me, holding his gaze in mine. Then he wrapped his arms around me. The world stood still, our heartbeats pulsated throughout the apartment as one. Our scents collided. I felt his grasp tighten. No sound, our movement ceased. We landed in each other's minds. I twirled in his world, and he found a seat in mine. The sky is truly beautiful. Yours is mesmerizing. I looked up at the scorching sky, fading with colors of black and red. I felt my heart grow warmer. It felt familiar again. Rivers sat in the field of my mind with purple and blue skies. An image of a decaying woman with a rabbit's head approached him. Something's different. What? Our bodies separated. Our minds retreated. I smiled at him, then picked up my things and walked to the door. What is wrong with you? You don't understand. Who are you talking to? He walked closer to the entrance, turned me around, and kissed my forehead. Tonight at 11, I want to know everything. You're making me sick. Something isn't right. I felt everything in me collect in the pit of my stomach. Then I fainted. I woke up to the image of a spinning city and the feeling of a cold seat. River was next to me, holding my hand in a cab. I'm so sorry. He said nothing, and he kept looking ahead. He held my hand tighter, and I did the same for him. Okay, so a lot's going on in this chapter, actually, so that's kind of interesting. So one, let's say the Christ line, I've always kind of had a problem with. So like I said, I'm not really religious, don't really want religion in my book, but it's just a part of who we are. It's just a part of human nature. Like I said, the past, roots, etc. So I'm just going to keep it in there. Again, like there's some things that it's if that's what I created, that's what I created. What am I supposed to do about it? And then to go to the next part. So nothing is more disgusting than seeing a dead bunny. So I read this to a friend once, and he's like, "Oh my God, is this a Donnie Darko reference?" It's not. When me and my sister were pretty young, we had a rabbit. It was white with red eyes, and we called her Rosie. And yeah, she died. It was kind of the first and kind of the only death I've really ever dealt with. We just bawled and bawled and bawled, and eventually we had to bury her in the backyard. So I think that's why I put this in. Kind of like nothing's as insane or disgusting as seeing a dead rabbit. Yeah, that's why. And I've seen a few dead rabbits. There's another, yeah, I've seen dead rabbits sometimes because the area I lived in, rabbits would cross the street and say it was 4 lanes. Say it was 4 lanes. Maybe more. Rabbits were in that area and they would get hit by cars. So I saw really intense, like, just closed my eyes and ran. So yeah, I've seen dead rabbits. It's not cool. They're cool, man. Rabbits are cute. So I have more lines. So I said, I believe that it's the first dead pet I've ever had. In the second year of university, I came across a dead bunny, like more or less skinned at the side of the road. It was really scary. And then also kind of, now I guess moving on. So that was the note I wrote that, about that. So here I wrote, yours is mesmerizing. I looked up at the scorching sky fading with colors of black and red. So I'm going to read this because I feel like I'm saying things and then I made notes about it like years ago. So here I said, here I played with opposing sides, being within the characters. So Aeolyn is more dark. So she had a calming world inside her head for River. And River has the dark side within him. So kind of how I have it is, how it is in my head, and you'll see this again later, is that River would be, say, dark, and Aeolyn is light. So say one's dark, one's white, a shade or whatever, right? So in their minds, River is dark, but in a sense, he's the more softer kind of person, and he has a scorching world, the like fire and brimstone in his mind. And Aeolyn's more the like more sadistic one, and she's the light, and inside her mind, everything's kind of cool and chill, but they need each other to kind of get to that state. And with me putting the decaying woman with the rabbit's head, and having that rabbit have died at the beginning, it's kind of showing that something's wrong with Aeolyn's world. Like, everything's supposed to be pretty. She shouldn't be having a dead body or a dead person in her world. So that's what I played with that. Again, you'll see this in their creators, etc. I'll explain that a bit further. Also, then I have the line, then I fainted. So I wrote here, I've never fainted. But you know, like when you get up really quick and your head like rushes and stuff, and then you just like collapse. Not collapse, but you like, okay, I gotta sit back down. Woo. I think that's like an interesting feeling. And I also wrote here, I like the idea that your body chooses to fall horizontally so blood can travel to your brain easier. And the idea that corsets would make girls faint. And I guess it reminded me of Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what I wrote here. So yeah, kind of like little cool facts. Yeah, so they're kind of just dealing with Aeolyn kind of not being A-okay, and that'll be expressed further on in the chapters too. So just this dead rabbit, and yeah, I gave it a name and stuff. You guys will see that, and I'll give you guys a bit of information about that. I don't have any pictures, but let's see what else I could say before the minute is up. Yeah, so the top where I had like the Christ, like there isn't one, you know what I mean? I italicized that at the top. Again, just I don't really like the Christ part, but I do have to keep that, and I do like kind of that I did introduce that this bunny passed away and stuff like that. And again, it'll come up in the later chapters that that you'll see that this bunny is slightly important. Just a little, nothing big. And I just want to let you guys know, I put up another painting there. I hope you like that. Again, I got to put some details down there. And like I said, they're for sale. I'm always making art. I'm always writing. I'm always doing something. And like I said, I'm working on the ending right now. There's a lot that I need to just add. So I think this will be my last video for the night. I have to go to sleep. Yeah, so yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about their kind of opposing sides and let you know about the bunny and all that stuff. So there's no Donnie Darko reference, unfortunately. It's a good movie, but no Donnie Darko reference. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. It is chapter 9, video number 10. I hope you've been enjoying me talking about my process. I hope it's kind of interesting or cool. So have a good one, guys. I will see you in a different shirt later.